Alright, so as I'm sure most of you are aware, judging by the fact that you clicked on this video, Hollow Knight Silksong, the game that we all thought was not a real game, came out about 2 weeks ago, and I've been absolutely loving the game so far. I got about 30 hours. I don't know how far I am into Act 2, but I started Act 2 like a few hours back, like playtime hours. So, you know, being me, I took to YouTube and looked for some bad reviews of the game. And oh, did I find me a gem. Now, I don't know if this video is rage bait because, like, bro, this guy is just struggling to keep a straight face as he's talking. This has got to be rage bait, but on the off chance that it's not, I chose to respond to it anyway because this video is just so dumb. The video comes from a channel named LegendaryBadass, and it's called Why Silksong Actually Sucks, Xbox Game Pass Review. So, yeah, without any more yapping, let's start responding to this video. Oh nah, we're already starting off the video with a channel icon trailer intro.
Well, just when you thought it was safe to go back in the Game Pass, Team Cherry drops on us Hollow Knight Silksong, the sequel to the award-stealing Hollow Knight from 2018. Why they've been working on this game long enough, you would think it would have maybe some features that the original didn't. Online co-op? Nope.
Wait a second, so you thought the sequel to a single-player game was gonna have co-op. Where was this in the marketing? Did I miss something? It's a single-player game, bro. What, like, what? Guys, God of War Ragnarok was really a real disappointment because they didn't have, you know, features that the original God of War 2018 didn't have, and the previous games before that, like co-op and things of that nature.
4K? Not really. Really looks like 1080p to me. Oh, but it's 120 hertz. Not really. It's hand-drawn animation, so they didn't have really enough animation frames.
What?
What the fuck are you talking about?
And at $20, I suppose it's really just DLC to Hollow Knight. That stands on its own. Kind of like that new, what is it? The RoboCop that's kind of like Dread. The RoboCop that's kind of like Dread.
So, like, now I just don't even understand the complaint. It's $20, so it's DLC. What? Like, are you mad that it's $20? Are you, like, I mean, some people are. Some people want to pay more for the game for some reason. Besides the point, is it DLC because it's a sequel and has, you know, a similar game design to the first game? I'm lost here.
Silksong puts you in the role of Hornet, the Nub's sister, so I'm told in the lore. Yeah, but, well, she's taken captive in some cutscene you saw more than 5 years ago and escape, and now she's in a land where she's fighting bug creatures with skull heads or whatever. The same thing. Now, you thought the combat in Hollow Knight was repetitive, you know, just slashing away at basic foes. Well, yeah, the basic mobs here are pretty much the same thing. Oh yeah, all the abilities Hornet had in the previous game, screw that. Oh, it promises acrobatic combat, but
Bro, you're just bad at the game. Like, the game does have acrobatic combat. It's just like Hollow Knight. It's just, like, more, like, fast-paced and, like, more fluid than Hollow Knight. There's multiple different, you know, animation sets and crests that change your, like, animation style. There's multiple moves you unlock. There's multiple charms you unlock that change your build. Like, yes, the game does have, like, acrobatic... The game's combat... I think the best way to describe this game and Hollow Knight's, like, combat system is, like, platforming combat. Like, yes, there are basic enemies in the game that are easy to deal with. You can say the same thing for Elden Ring, for that matter, or any Souls-like-esque, Metroidvania-esque game. But, you know, as you go along, you find harder enemies and, you know, harder sections throughout the game that might have basic enemies that you have to, like, platform combat fight your way through. I don't really know how to describe it, but a lot of this game is centered around mastering its movement and platforming mechanics on moving enemies, and, judging by your combat, you got a long way to go, because you're pretty bad.
she has a diagonal jump kick type thing, except you're going to want to be really careful about how you implement this, because half the time she'll turn around.
Okay, I will be a little fair here. I know what he's talking about with, like, sometimes she'll like, go the opposite direction that you didn't mean to go, because it is on a joystick. Sometimes the controls for that, you know, specific crest that you have on, like, with that moveset does feel a little jank, but, this clip is largely a skill issue. Like, you genuinely just look like a game reviewer. Like, this has gotta be IGN's top employee.
So once again, you are underpowered fighting guys you have no business fighting. Oh, but you're supposed to learn from the experience, right? And then what do when you die? Oh, you got your silk over there and you gotta go retrieve it, or you lost all of your currency. And if you went somewhere you're not supposed to go, screw you. Because you have to go back and get it anyway. This game will drive you up a wall.
Bro did not even unlock the dash ability, and he's gonna say something later in the video that shows he didn't play enough of the game to unlock the sprinting and dashing ability, and that is why he is saying this right now. The boss that he put on screen is a boss that you can only beat once you have the dash ability. But, like he showed, if you can't beat that boss, you can just get your stuff, go back and keep exploring until you find that. Once you find that, you go back and beat that boss. There's no area in this game that is like, you're not supposed to be there. There's bosses, they're not even bosses, it's just one boss that is just like you fight, and it's just like, yeah, you can't fight this boss, and it was that because you needed to unlock the dash ability. I even ran into a single boss in this game where I couldn't beat it with the kit that I had on hand. And any area that you can't explore, it's because you don't have abilities to do it. So the game literally won't let you progress. It's an exploration game that doesn't hold your hand. And judging by your gameplay, I bet you think every area in this game is an underpowered level where you shouldn't be there. Nah, this is why I said this video is rage bait, bro. This guy, this feels like you're playing intentionally bad. Like, nah, please stop showing your gameplay. Like, actually, nobody wants to watch you play this game.
In fact, it's pretty safe to assume that all school shootings for the remainder of the 2020s will manifest from Hollow Knight Silksong.
What the fuck? Nah, this is rage bait.
Team Cherry, I hope you like having blood on your hands.
This is bro, this guy, oh my god. See, like, this is where I got to the point in the video where I was like, this guy is not serious. Like, he cannot be real saying this shit. And I see this in his comment section, I'm just like, bro, what is this?
Because it's not just enough to die in a room where all of a sudden some Indian guy, map maker, wants to help you, but he slows down the frame rate and then the screen's pausing and you can't stay alive. You gotta spend 30 minutes getting back there every single time you die.
Okay, I kind of agree. This part of the game was a little bit bullshit. I don't know what he's talking about with the frame rates. Probably because he played it on an Xbox, which don't actually really get 120 FPS. I'm not sure, but regardless, I think the difficulty with this section is there's just too much sensory overload. There's too many things on the screen, and it's kind of hard to focus on one thing. I'll throw him a bone for this specific part of the game.
And you're gonna die. A lot.
If I was to guess, if I had $1 for every time this guy probably died playing Silksong, assuming if he was to actually play the whole game, yeah, I'd probably say I could retire. Hell, my kids could probably retire.
Night 1 of streaming. Made a lot of progress, so I felt. Things were going okay. And then it hits you, just night 2. You know, you just took down a pretty tough boss, but he didn't have a name, so maybe he was a new boss. And then you're ready to go, night 2, you're about 3 hours in, and you just can't get anywhere.
Wait, why is bro speaking like this is a universal experience? We are not all as bad as you. Don't include us in this shit.
We? Who's we? There is no we.
Because we decided early in this game to implement Path of Pain 2.0. I did not struggle with Path of Pain like this. And just putting mobs on little platforms where you're getting knocked back to your death repeatedly. Oh, but you have more mass than them and you're slashing away with your needle. What good does it do? Because they're coming in and they know you can't avoid getting hit.
Isn't this the same guy that was complaining that the combat wasn't acrobatic like they said it would be? That you're just bad at the game, bro. Use the mechanics to avoid getting hit.
Because truth be told, Hollow Knight Silksong is way worse than one could have expected. Not only does it not feel like a sequel, it's DLC where you just play as a new character. But not even a new character. It's like when you beat a game back in the day and it was like, okay, you beat Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, you get to play Splinter. It's like that. It's like, okay, a character whose sprite's already in the game, now you get to be them.
I love when a sequel is called DLC because it has a similar game design to the previous game, while also having 60 plus hours of new content, an entire new area, an entire new story, a shit ton of bosses, new mechanics, new charms. Like, what more do you want from a sequel?
Does she have a tactical roll, slide, anything? Look, I played through Ninja Gaiden Ragebound. It was great. Just jumping and slashing, taking down guys, moving through the stage quickly. Here, it's just punishing. You just have long spans to travel as punishment. It's your attrition for playing this game. Even when there's no enemies, you just, okay, fine, I'll walk. Oh, yeah, compelling gameplay right here, guys.
I'm genuinely curious and concerned how long this man spent playing this game without unlocking the dashing and sprinting mechanic. I will throw him a bone. There is some absolutely diabolical runbacks in this game, and I think that is one of my only issues with the game right now, along with the fast travel system. But bro, you haven't, like, I need to know your playtime. I need to know how long you spent playing this game without unlocking one of the most basic abilities in it.
I feel like I'm on freaking crazy pills here. Team Cherry brought nothing new to the table.
You're just wrong. Like, you just are. Like, anybody that has played this game with a functioning brain knows you're just wrong.
Well, they didn't even hire voice actors. I'm over here having to voice all the damn characters myself for the 3 people watching.
Oh, ferocious, yeah, intimidating. Yours is no pilgrim spirit. You're the bearer of a hunter.
Are those her boobs hanging down here?
Yeah, I think I understand why only 3 people... Oh, no, this is one of the other reasons why I understand why only 3 people were watching you play this game. I mean, as far as the voice acting is concerned, the game is it's an indie game. It's made by 2 people. This isn't like Nintendo, where we've had like 13 Pokemon games with no voice acting. This isn't that kind of situation, okay? Now, I understand not liking to read text bubbles and things of that nature. I get it, but you just, don't need to read them. Most of them are not really that important, there's only a couple that are like, really you need to pay attention to, and it's just like the side mission stuff. But even then, the side mission stuff tells you what you need to do when you go into the menu, which, speaking of which, this game has a quest log. It learned from Elden Ring's stupid ass mistakes. Thank you, Hollow Knight Silksong, for being a great game. Sorry, side tangent aside, you just don't need to read. Like, genuinely, just play the game. You'll be fine for the most part.
All right. Where other games have accessibility features, Team Cherry says the quote from Heather Chandler.
Fuck me gently with the chainsaw.
Fast travel, you gotta go to a specific spot. That's gonna cost you all the currency that you lost going somewhere you shouldn't have been. Oh, you wanna save? Screw you, find a park bench. Oh, well, it's way over there and you have no health. Well, go jump in a thorn, screw it. Silksong may actually be even worse than the original Hollow Knight.
Bro, the benches are part of the game's challenge. That's part of the game design. It's like every other Souls-like game. Like, oh my god. And also, you don't need to go to a bench to save. Like, you can just quit the game, let's say you want to just get off, you can just save and quit, and you'll still keep your progress, you'll just be respawned at another bench. As far as the fast travel thing, yeah, you do need to spend rosaries to, actually get the fast travel point unlocked, but you don't need to spend any more after you get that unlocked. My problem with the fast travel system, I just wish you could, teleport from bonfire to bonfire or whatever, bench to bench. It would make the backtracking a lot less tedious, but, I mean, yeah, that's all I really gotta say for that.
I can't even remember what score I gave the original one. It's a traumatic experience, and your brain blocks that stuff out. But I know this much. I give Hollow Knight Silksong, especially as played on the Xbox Series X, which is probably no different than any other version. If it says, oh, you don't get 4K over here because there's really not a performance or a quality mode, it all looks a little bit washed out, a little stuttery.
Yeah, I don't really know what this guy's talking about because I don't play games on console unless they're exclusive. Maybe this is a stuttery thing on console. You guys would have to let me know in the comments if you do play it on console. But I wouldn't know. But I mean, from my experience, the game looks beautiful. Like the art, the visuals, the different locations, like everything in this game is just so well done from an art perspective. So saying it doesn't look good, it looks washed out and it doesn't look like high resolution is just stupid. Like, I don't know what kind of games you're used to, but I don't know. Like, I just...
A 2.5 out of 10.
You one of those challenged kids?
The doctor said I could be on the spectrum.
I don't know what that is, but get off it pronto.
And, yeah, with that all done, that's the end of his video. Hope you all enjoyed. Or endured, I guess. But yeah, if you want to see more videos like this, if you got any other videos you would like me to respond to, even if it's not related to Hollow Knight, let me know in the comments. And yeah, thank you all for watching.